Hi YouTube! So, pedal day. This is a electro harmonix MICRO METAL MUFF pedal. I watched a video of this recently. I don't think it might not have been this one. There's a bigger one that's got more knobs on it, and the guy was absolutely, I can't remember what the guy's name was. It was the worst pedal ever. Can't get a good sound out it and stuff. I think I can. Yeah, so I'm going to pause it and then stick it down there so you can see what the knobs are. I've normally got white knobs on it, but I don't know. Back in 2 secs. And I'm back. So as I said, I bought these white knobs. I made a mistake. They were meant for my Telecaster. I didn't realise how small they were. I thought that would look pretty cool. I'm still after knobs that look like that but are more guitar sized from a white telly, because the telly ones don't look right on it. I've got Les Paul ones that don't look kind of right either. So getting the knobs right is difficult. But the problem with that was the camera they were too bright. You couldn't see what the knobs were. So at least there, hopefully you can actually see what they're set to. Yeah, so this is a MICRO METAL MUFF with top boost. There's a smaller one, I think it's a nano metal muff, but that's not as funny a name. I basically bought it because I've always, I suppose I'm just immature, but I've always found Big Muff quite an amusing name for a pedal. The JHS pedals guy did a video of the best named pedals just last week, and it's like it should really at the start just said, like, obviously Big Muff's the best name for a pedal, and then moved on because everyone knows what one of them is. But so this is the metal one. I kind of like the logo on it as well. It's kind of looked like Mad Malko, I thought. Yeah, so I'm not, as you know, I'm not really that into metal. I don't really have any pure metal guitars really. I mean, I know this looks like it. So this is my fantastic, I've just been playing it the last 5 minutes. What a guitar. This is a Westone Raider, and this is an old 70s DiMarzio Super Distortion that I put in it. These guitars are unbelievably good. I know it's really silly, and it may be having the one pickup's maybe not the best thing to have, but it kind of goes with it. I think they were available with 2 pickups, but I don't think they came in the ridiculous paint jobs this one does. I mean, this is it's on the back as well. This is the one I've always talked about. They used this in the studio, and it was always amazing because Berkeley 2, the studio I go to, has got like downlighters, and whenever you're playing the guitar, it glittered off the sparkle flake. You know, the whatever you call that, glittery finish, and you're playing it. These are the bits you actually see when you're playing a guitar. You see this bit, so it's like if I'm going to make guitars of my own, I'm going to try and put something interesting here, because that's the bit you actually see. You don't really see the rest of the guitar when you're actually playing. So it's not on, okay, because I've got the tuner on for muted. So it's running into wee Laney VC15, playing through that cabinet. The mic's up there. It's going into this first. It is going through a couple of true bypass pedals. Does the tuner count as a true bypass pedal? So the tuner are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 4. So it's kind of almost going straight in. As close as. That's my clean sounds. Actually, there's something wrong with this amp. I might actually try and turn the drive down a little bit. Try and get it a bit. The clean channel makes a noise. It buzzes, which is annoying me now. So to get it to not buzz, it's alright if you're in a studio or something like that, it's fine. But I'm just sitting watching the telly, I kind of like have my amp on just in case I feel like picking the guitar up. So if I use the gain channel and just turn it down, I can kind of get it. Mind you, this guitar maybe doesn't go that clean. They are called Super Distortions for a reason. Right, so I'll start putting things into airplane mode so I don't get pinged all the time. Airplane mode. I assume an airplane mode turns off the beeps. Anyway. This guitar is fantastic, really is. I'll mess about with this for a wee while, and then I'll stick the Strat in, just because that's kind of the guitar everyone's got, so you kind of know. Yeah, so try stomp it on. And that's what it sounds like when the volume's at nothing. If I put my hand, I don't know, maybe you can see. So, as usual, start with all the knobs at 12 o'clock. So I think it is a little bit brighter and more metally sounding than a big muff. Try the neck pickup. It won't, doesn't have one. I suppose I'll try distortion up at full. More tone. Full tone. Try the tone down. Whoa. Get the volume back up to compensate. Fast. You can sort of see where the knobs are. It's not like in the reflections. That just makes it kind of sound like you're playing through next door. The old pillow on the speaker sound. Try the tone at nothing, I suppose. Be a bit more distortion, level on. Seems to be a bit of sort of sweet spot in the middle. Trying the distortion down a little bit. I don't really know where the guy who couldn't find a good sound out at all. His one did have more knobs on it. His was like this is the micro metal muff, so there's a just metal muff, which I think is maybe all the knobs just make it more, or all do useless things, and you have to maybe set them to try and get the sort of average sound this does. But I mean, I can use it. Put it back in my pedal board in case I'm demoing sort of more metal guitars. I should probably stick the babymetal one in actually. I put a new pickup in it. I didn't like the one that was in it. But I'm really enjoying this guitar, so I'm going to play this one. It does have, although I'll put the distortion back to the middle, it does have a wee switch on it, which is a little bit temperamental in this one. That was why I got it really cheap. I think I did sort of fix it, so I'm going to hit the high and the low boost, which you can see there. As from memory, both of those sounds were awful. So this is it, just a 12 o'clock all across the board. Just what's going to work. Yeah, so that's it in high boost mode. It's pretty biting, isn't it? Slightly intermittent switch. Yeah, that's just kind of like the same sound but with pain. So back to normal. Is it going to work in the low mode? I was never really bothered that switch didn't work. I could obviously just buy another switch and put it in. I think maybe my ears are still bleeding from when I had it in high mode to not really notice that much difference with the low mode on. Yeah, so basically have it in the middle. I just wanted a big muff pedal. I bought this years ago. I might take a wee jammer. I'll turn the distortion down a bit, put a crack in there. That's not fast enough, is it? Speed it up. Like that riff. Reminded me of. Store stop cool. Only 21 frets. Right now. Paranoid then. I'm going to totally be playing this guitar all day. This is awesome. Noisy pedal. Again, I'm not using my isolated power supply. I'm using a cheapy adapter plugged in over here because the pedal's over here. So it's not as noisy to an isolated supply. Yeah, but I the 1.5 gig, like 25 minutes or something we got to play in Cranking House, the band to play guitar in, before the world went to, before Mad Max time happened. This is the guitar I used, and it's amazing. There's a picture, I think my profile picture on Facebook is me, and there's like a purple light shining on it, and it just looks amazing. I mean, what a guitar. It's got the shape. It's kind of not entirely dissimilar to the Ara ZZ, ZZB, I suppose, if you're the way it's meant to be said, if you're American. So you can tell it's kind of designed by the same guy. It's about the same year. I think this one doesn't actually have a serial number on it. I think it's either 82 or 83 when they made these, and that's 83, I think. But you can sort of see there's definitely a family resemblance. You know, same factory, maybe the same people. Always like this headstock. It kind of looks like a shoe, I think, with this bit. You know, if that's your, whatever you call it, the arch. Your shoe, like a ballet shoe, maybe, something like that, a bit pointy. Rocking guitar. I will stick with Strat in though to see what it sounds like with a normal guitar, because this, maybe it's not really that much of a metal guitar, even though it looks it. It's a very much a Stratocaster neck. It's got thin fret wire, not jumbo frets like what you would expect on something like this, and it's only got 21 frets. So although it doesn't look like a Strat, it kind of is. So I'll try the Strat. 2 seconds. Yeah, so seen this before. This is a Japanese Strat 94, 95. A DiMarzio DP lace sensor and a 74, I think it was, Strat pickup in the neck. Everyone's just plugged in exactly the same. I'm quite annoyed that rhythm track turned out to be Paranoid. But anyway, so I'll put this back to 12 o'clock. See what it does with a Strat. I've noticed that with the lower output pickups, distortion pedals make a much bigger difference. So the volume jump there between clean and distortion is much more with these guitars. Maybe on the neck pickup. Bridge pickup. Actually, that bit's from Hot Stuff, isn't told about that. more tone. That tone control round about sort of 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock makes a huge difference. I can hear a sort of Dave Gilmour maybe get away with that. Maybe if you use a wee bit of tone. So I think maybe it is. I think it's maybe just a metal muff, a normal big muff, but with a bit more. I think the tone control's different. Apart from that, I'm not really sure. I've never actually owned an actual real one, so I'm kind of guessing a little bit there. But I don't. I think if you ignore the top boost switch, which I have been, and then kind of just have the tone sort of just in the middle, it's kind of. I'm going to try the babymetal guitar just because I put a new pickup in it. I've not actually tried it yet. 2 seconds. No, I don't like Floyd Roses, really, especially cheaper ones, which is what I put in this guitar. That was my flaw. I decided I didn't want to try and unclamp these. I think just due to temperature gain, it's actually quite hot in here just now because it's freezing outside, so I've got the heating on. Everything was flat. That's been 5 minutes. It's probably even got darker since I clicked the thing. So I've put a Washburn pickup in this, which actually fits a bit better with the babymetal vibe. I wasn't really happy with the rails thing. I've actually got another plan for the rails thing because it just didn't look right. It was alright. It sounded good, but it just didn't. So there's clean. Then obviously this is sort of guitar, fat frets, 24 frets, and a bit more metal shape. So maybe a micro metal muff would be a bit better for it. Is it going to stay in tune? I doubt it. I just put Paranoid back on again. Yeah. Another tremolo amp for this one, it's a bit wobbly. Move it quite a lot through the maybe this will want the high boost. yeah, so just forget about the last 5 minutes. What I've done is I've put strings on this, tuned it up, tightened it up, and not actually played it, so the strings are still stretching in. Or maybe that's something to do with it. Yeah. Yeah. Floyd Roses are just fantastic, aren't they? I just absolutely love them. Hope there's enough string up there. There's enough string for me to redo that, but I mean that's just it's just pulled it out the ball clamp thing on the end. So all the joys of Floyd Roses. I prefer, you get ones, I'm actually selling a guitar just now, the area Mega Metal, which has a Floyd Rose, but you can leave the ball ends on rather than having to mess about with that. Obviously, especially with a cheaper one, I didn't want to just tighten up. Mind you, saying that, it's still gripping the wrap on the end of the string. You look at it, when I pulled it out there, it's left the center course come out, but it's just removed the wrap thing. So yeah, so basically this was meant to be a demo of the MICRO METAL MUFF, which is actually pretty good. It's not there. It's because I'm stupid that this happened to this guitar. Yeah, so I don't know. I should really get my hands on a big muff. From my memory, a big muff was dead. Well, hence its name, muff. Was dead woolly sounding. That doesn't really seem to be. That seems to be a bit more. I think the EQ in the middle is maybe a bit more mid, so you can feel it through. I think another thing. I think my amp. I chose that amp, the Laney VC15, because it sounded like the Sovtek. It's the only amp I've ever really come across that does sound like the Sovtek, which is the sound I like, and I think maybe just certain pedals just work with that amp. I'm not sure if if you've maybe got an amp that is like a solid state thing or a modelling amp or something. I'm not sure if it does the same thing. It kind of adds its own sound to whatever guitar you put into it, which is the reason I like it. Yeah, so rock on. Trying to do a pedal video a week now until I've run out of pedals, which will be. I'm running through all the pedals I like just now. I don't know if I can really be bothered doing like chorus and delay and all that, because I've never really actually worked out how to use them properly. I don't really like them. Use them occasionally just for a laugh. Rock on!